Alright guys, welcome back to another episode here at the workshop, actually in the garage again today. So today we're going to be replacing, or I should say changing, the fuel filters in my 2016 Nissan Titan XD with the Cummins turbo diesel. So this is going to be a two-part series here. This episode we are going to be doing fuel filters. Next episode we're going to be doing an oil change with AMSOIL. And here I have Nissan fuel filters and oil filter. But we're going to just slide that stuff aside. We're going to worry about this today. So here you guys can see the oil filters. My bad. Fuel filters for the Nissan Titan XD 2016 with the Cummins Turbo Edition. So, taking a look back here, you can see right under here, you have the first fuel filter that comes from the tank, and we will get more into right here in a little bit. And then the other fuel filter that we will be changing is actually right here. And then these, we will just take them off with a crescent wrench here up top, because I don't have the size for it, that I can find at least. And then we'll replace the O-rings, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the diesel once I'm done with it. So let's get started into this project. And first things first, we're going to grab our crescent wrench that's laying all the way over there. And then I'm still not sure which fuel filter goes first. So we're just going to take them both back there, along with a container to drain your diesel into, and then some rags. So let's get back here. Alright, so here we're underneath the truck. So here you guys will see a little valve here, like you have a connector here, and then there's a valve that goes from right here. This is how you will drain your diesel out of the fuel filter. And it's a very slow thing. And then while that's draining, disconnect this pigtail right here. Alright, so now we'll let the diesel drain. So while the diesel is draining, we're going to move up to the one up in the motor. That's way up there. We're going to work on that one because it's going to take a little while to drain. Alright, so we're up here in the engine bay. Make sure you have some rags in hand. And then, because I still don't know what size this is, and I just can't happen to find it about right now, we're just going to break this loose with a crescent wrench. There it goes. Alright. Alright, so now it's loose enough where I can loosen it by hand. Make sure you can throw some rags right in here. Prevent it from making a mess. So there we go. Limit the mess, and then we're going to take off the filter cap, as you see me doing here, and then open it just like that. Alright. I'm just going to set that right there. So this filter number, this is your fuel filter number when it comes from Nissan. It's the 16403 EZ41A. This is the fuel filter that goes here. So here, opening up the box, you guys can see it's the right fuel filter. The other thing to note is they give you an O-ring along with instructions on replacing this. So you can see this new O-ring here, and then brand new oil filter. There we go. Or fuel filter. I'm gonna be messing that up a lot. But as you guys can see right here, it might be just because it's got diesel on it, but that is an ugly little fuel filter. And then it should just pop right out. And then put it back in the same orientation it was, and snap it down in there. And then take off this old O-ring. And then back here in the diesel bowl, y'all probably won't feel any diesel in there, but try and get some out. Coat it with your O-ring, or coat your O-ring with the diesel. So with this being fully coated in diesel fuel, gently put it back on that cap. Roll it as much as you might need to, and then put it right in the groove it belongs in. Now you're going to move the rags away, because now you don't need them there. And then actually put on this fuel filter first, actually. And then alright. And then start it on by hand. Make sure you don't cross thread it. And then there you go. And then all you need to do with these when you tighten them, if I can find the crescent wrench that I just also happened to set down somewhere. Alright, so here, all you need to really do with this is not too much past snug when you tighten it. But if you have there we go, snugged up. And then there's one fuel filter done. Alright, so now we're down at the other fuel filter. And we're going to loosen this one up as well. And remember to close the valve here. And I don't want to strip these, so it is loosening up fairly easily. But it does appear it hits this metal plate here, so let's get a 12mm. So now that this plate here is loosened, we can attempt to take this off. So once I get this off, I will be right back. Alright, so now that I have it pulled off, very tight on space here, guys, so I'm not going to be able to show too much. Take off the old O-ring, and then pop out that old oil filter. Or fuel filter. Goodness, good grief. Alright, so old filter is out, old O-ring is off. This is a new O-ring, new oil, or new fuel filter. And this is part number, it's that part number 16403EZ40A. So then it goes in the same way it came out. Make sure you don't cross thread it. And yes, I coated the O-ring in some diesel. Alright, so I'm just finishing up wiping this off now. And then this is all tightened back on just to snug. Or a little bit past snug, I should say. Remember to connect the pigtail. And double check that you close the drain all the way. I reopened it as there was still a little bit of diesel fuel in there. Not very much at all, just what was coming out of the filter. And then once you have that tight and the pigtail connected, you can finish wiping this off, and then let's get all cleaned up, and let's, make sure you tighten up this cover back as well.